Buffalo nickel. These nickels aren't just pocket change. Some are worth thousands of dollars. In this video, we're counting down the top 3 most valuable Buffalo nickels, their rich history, and what makes them so desirable to collectors. First up, the 2005p Buffalo nickel, also known as the 2005p American Bison nickel, is part of the Westward Journey nickel series released by the United States Mint to commemorate the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. This specific coin is not a continuation of the original Buffalo nickel series that was produced from 1913 to 1938, but rather a modern tribute to the iconic design. Minted in Philadelphia in 2005, the obverse of the coin features a new forward-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson designed by artist Joe Fitzgerald, which was a departure from the traditional left-facing bust that had appeared on Jefferson nickels since 1938. The reverse of the coin features a striking image of an American bison standing on the plains, designed by Jamie Franke, reminiscent of James Earl Fraser's original Buffalo nickel reverse design. This design was selected to honor the wildlife and natural landscape encountered by the Lewis and Clark expedition, and to evoke themes of westward expansion and frontier history. The 2005p Bison nickel carries the P Mint mark for Philadelphia and was struck in large numbers. Over 448 million coins were produced, making it a very common coin in circulation. While most circulated examples hold only face value, between 5 to 10 cents in the collector's market, uncirculated examples, particularly those graded MS-65 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC, can be worth between $1 to $10. However, there is one version of this coin that has attracted major attention from collectors: the 2005p Speared Bison Error. This error coin features what appears to be a die gouge or raised line going diagonally across the bison's back, resembling a spear. The error was the result of damage to the die used in production, and not all coins have it. Only a small number of the millions struck show this defect. Because of its rarity and collector interest, the 2005p Speared Bison Error can fetch between $250 to over $1,000, depending on its condition. High-grade certified examples can sell for even more at auction. The popularity of this coin is due not just to the error, but also to the nostalgic return of the Buffalo design, which resonates with collectors familiar with the original Buffalo nickel series. When evaluating a 2005p Buffalo nickel, collectors should look closely at the reverse side under magnification to check for the Speared Bison variety. Additionally, coins with sharp details, clean surfaces, and original mint luster are more desirable and will command higher prices in the collector market. It's also important to be cautious of damaged or altered coins that might appear to have the error, but are not genuine die gouges. For authentication and value, having the coin graded by a reputable third-party grading service is recommended. Overall, while the standard 2005p Bison nickel is common and holds nominal value, the Speared Bison Error transforms this modern coin into a valuable collector piece. It stands as a reminder that even in modern coinage, rare varieties and minting errors can capture the interest of numismatists and add significant value to a seemingly ordinary coin. Next up, the 2005-D Buffalo nickel, also known as the 2005-D American Bison nickel, is part of the U.S. Mint's Westward Journey nickel series, created to honor the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition and celebrate the themes of exploration and westward expansion. This specific coin was minted at the Denver Mint and bears the D Mint mark. It features a bold design that pays tribute to the original Buffalo nickel, which was produced from 1913 to 1938 and is one of the most iconic designs in U.S. coinage history. The obverse of the 2005 D Buffalo nickel showcases a modern forward-facing portrait of President Thomas Jefferson, designed by Joe Fitzgerald. This design was part of a short-term update for the Westward Journey series and marked the first time Jefferson was shown facing forward on a U.S. coin. The word Liberty is rendered in Jefferson's own handwriting on the left side of the obverse, adding a personal and historical touch. The reverse of the coin features a powerful image of an American bison standing on the plains, designed by Jamie Franke. This imagery was inspired by both the wildlife encountered during the Lewis and Clark expedition and the original buffalo reverse of the 1913 design by James Earl Fraser. The bison depicted is believed to reflect the American frontier and the strength of the nation's wildlife and cultural heritage. Over 487 million 2005 D Buffalo nickels were minted, making it a common coin in circulation. In average circulated condition, the coin is generally worth its face value of 5 cents. However, uncirculated examples, especially those in mint state 65, MS 65, or higher condition, can sell for about $1 to $5. Coins graded MS 67 or better by PCGS or NGC can be worth $20 or more, depending on eye appeal and demand. Although the Philadelphia minted version, 2005P, is more well-known for the famous speared bison error, a die gouge through the bison's back, there are currently no major confirmed errors or varieties associated with the 2005 D Buffalo nickel that have the same level of rarity or market value. That said, collectors always examine 2005 D coins for any unusual die breaks, doubling, or planchet errors, as these can still command a premium if authenticated. The 2005 D Buffalo nickel remains popular among collectors due to its artistic connection to one of the most beloved coins in American history. Even though it's a modern commemorative issue, its symbolism and historical reference to the early 20th century Buffalo nickel series make it a sought-after piece for those assembling modern U.S. coin collections, full Westward Journey sets, or thematic collections related to American history and wildlife. For anyone evaluating their 2005 D Bison nickel, checking the coin's condition is key. Look for strong strike details, clean surfaces free of scratches or contact marks, and full mint luster. Submitting high-quality examples to third-party grading services can help determine market value more precisely, especially if the coin might grade at MS 67 or above. In summary, the 2005 D Buffalo nickel is a widely available modern commemorative coin with modest value in most cases, but its striking design and historical ties make it a meaningful addition to any collection. While it doesn't carry the same high premiums as rare errors, high-grade examples are still collectible, and the coin stands as a fitting modern tribute to an iconic era in U.S. coinage. Next up, the 1971 Jefferson nickel is a regular-issue 5-cent coin minted by the United States Mint and part of the long-running Jefferson nickel series, which began in 1938 and continues to this day. This coin features the familiar left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, which appeared on all Jefferson nickels from 1938 to 2003. The reverse shows Jefferson's home, Monticello, a neoclassical estate located in Virginia, also designed by Schlag. Both the obverse and reverse design had become familiar to Americans by the 1970s, making this coin a common piece in circulation. In 1971, the Jefferson nickel was produced at 2 mints, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, with a D mint mark on the right side of the Monticello image. No nickels were produced at the San Francisco Mint for general circulation that year, though proof nickels were struck for collectors using special dies and polished planchets. The 1971 P. Jefferson nickel, struck in Philadelphia, had a total mintage of approximately 136.4 million coins, while the 1971D version from Denver had an even higher mintage of around 313 million. These high mintage figures make the 1971 Jefferson nickel a very common coin, and most examples found in circulation today are worth only face value, 5 cents. In circulated condition, a 1971 Jefferson nickel typically has no premium. However, if the coin is in uncirculated or mint state, MS condition, it can be worth more to collectors. For example, a 1971 nickel graded MS65 by PCGS or NGC might sell for $2 to $5, while a coin in MS66 or higher condition, particularly with clean surfaces and full steps on Monticello, may fetch $20 or more, especially for the Denver issue. The term full steps refers to the sharply struck lines on the steps of Monticello. Coins that exhibit this feature with no interruptions or weakness are more desirable and bring higher premiums. There are no major errors or varieties widely recognized for the 1971 Jefferson nickel, though minor die cracks, planchet flaws, or off-center strikes can exist. These kinds of error coins are valued on a case-by-case basis, depending on the severity and visibility of the flaw. As always, coins with unusual appearances should be authenticated by a reputable third-party grading service to determine if they carry added value. The coin itself is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a standard diameter of 21.2 millimeters and a weight of 5 grams. Like most modern nickels, it was designed to be durable for long-term circulation, and many examples from the early 1970s remain in pocket change today. In summary, the 1971 Jefferson nickel is a common and historically standard issue in the U.S. coinage system, with relatively low collector value unless found in exceptional condition. It holds interest primarily for those assembling complete Jefferson nickel date and mint mark sets, or for collectors interested in high-grade examples. If you believe you have a 1971 nickel in unusually good condition, especially with full steps on the reverse, it may be worth submitting for grading. Otherwise, it's a great piece of everyday American coinage history.